You're poor, and the scariest part is, you might stay that way forever. Not because you're lazy, not because you're not smart, and definitely not because you were born to fail. The truth is, you've been programmed the wrong way, starting with your mindset. The beliefs, habits, and unconscious reactions planted in you since childhood have made you live like a shadow, always chasing money but never catching it. And the crazy thing is, Napoleon Hill, a man who lived over 100 years ago, saw this coming. He studied hundreds of the richest people of his time, from Henry Ford to Thomas Edison, and uncovered a shocking truth. Wealth or poverty doesn't come from your environment. It comes from the way you think. That's right, it's not your assets, it's your mindset that builds true wealth. So if you're still struggling, your paycheck runs out before the month ends, you have no savings, and you're constantly stressed about money, this video is for you. In the next 15 minutes, I'll break down 4 silent reasons why you stay poor, the invisible traps that keep you stuck every single day without you even realizing it. And more importantly, I'll share the wealth mindset principles Napoleon Hill left behind, timeless principles that still hold true today and can completely transform your financial destiny if you truly apply them. This isn't a boring lecture, it's a wake-up call and a key to start your journey toward financial freedom, starting from within. Are you ready to remove the veil of poverty thinking and reprogram your mind to think like the wealthy? If so, keep watching. Poverty mindset versus wealth mindset. It all starts here in your mind, not in your wallet, not in your bank balance, but in the way you see the world and yourself. The difference between the rich and the poor isn't where they started, it's the mindset that guides every decision they make. A poverty mindset says, I'm not good enough, not lucky enough, I'll never be rich. It lives in fear, constantly doubts itself, and always blames circumstances. It says, money is the root of all evil, then quietly avoids taking responsibility for changing its life. On the other hand, a wealth mindset believes, if someone else can do it, so can I. It looks for solutions instead of making excuses. It sees failure as a lesson, not a life sentence. And most importantly, it's not ashamed to talk about money, to learn about money, or to dream beyond its current limits. Napoleon Hill once said, all success begins with a thought. But what kind of thought? The belief that you deserve more. The mindset that's open to learning, taking action, and becoming better every single day. Take a moment and reflect. Which mindset are you living with? Do you often limit yourself with the words, I can't? Do you believe success is only for other people? Or are you starting to wake up realizing you can reprogram your brain, choose new thoughts, and walk a completely different path? The biggest difference between those who succeed and those who fail isn't their circumstances, it's how they respond to those circumstances. And the beautiful truth is, your mindset can change. Starting right now, starting with this video. In the next part, we'll dive into the biggest barrier keeping millions trapped in the cycle of poverty, the silent killer of progress, fear and procrastination. Don't miss it. Cause number 1, fear and procrastination. Do you know why so many people dream of success, yet never take a single step forward? It's not because they lack intelligence. It's not because they don't have opportunities. It's because they let fear control every decision. Fear of failure, fear of being judged, fear of starting from zero, and the deepest fear of all, facing themselves. Napoleon Hill once warned, fear is the silent killer of success. It's not loud. It doesn't show up like a monster. It quietly sits behind you and whispers, don't do it. You're not ready yet. And what happens next? You hesitate, you delay, you convince yourself, just wait a little longer. When I have more free time, or I'll do it tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes because you never truly start. Procrastination is fear wearing a mask. It tricks you into thinking you have a valid reason not to act, when in reality, you're just running away from the responsibility of changing your life. This is what people with a wealth mindset understand. They don't wait to stop being afraid before they act. They act even while afraid. Because they know. Action is the only antidote to fear. And you? How many times have you let an opportunity slip away because you weren't ready? How many times have you let your dreams fall asleep because you were waiting for the perfect moment? Here's the bad news. The perfect moment doesn't exist. But the good news is, you don't need it. All you need is to start right where you are. In the next section, we'll uncover a more subtle mindset trap, one that makes you feel like you're trying, but in reality, you're just running in place. Fake busyness and lack of focus. Cause number 2, lack of clear goals. Do you know why most people remain stuck, even though they work hard every day? It's not because they lack ability. It's not because they lack opportunity. It's because they don't truly know where they're going. A lack of clear goals is one of the most silent yet most destructive reasons why people stay poor. You can't climb a mountain if you don't know which mountain you're aiming for. You can't reach a destination if you haven't defined where that destination is. But in reality, far too many people live each day like a rough draft, letting life push them around, hoping things will work out somehow, without ever stopping to ask, what do I really want? Where am I actually heading? Napoleon Hill called this drifting, aimlessly floating. And he warned, drifters never become wealthy because they lack a strong magnetic goal that pulls them forward. People with a wealth mindset always begin with a vivid picture of the future they want to create, and they use that goal as a compass, a guiding star to decide what to pursue and what to eliminate. Why are clear goals so powerful? Because when you truly know what you want, your mind automatically begins searching for ways to achieve it. When your goals are specific, you're no longer easily distracted or pulled in by meaningless tasks. You learn to say no to the vague so you can say yes to what truly matters. And here's the secret. The more specific your goal, the clearer your actions, the more real your results. So if you still feel like you're spinning in circles, confused, uncertain, it's not because you're weak. It's because you haven't stopped to ask yourself one powerful question. What kind of life do I truly want? Cause number 3, lack of strategic action. Are you busy every day? Constantly on the go, jumping from one task to the next? Then stop for a moment and ask yourself, are those tasks actually bringing you closer to your financial goals? This is an incredibly common mistake. We take action, but not strategically. It's like rowing hard in the middle of the ocean without a compass. Many people believe that doing more automatically leads to success. But the truth is, taking action alone isn't enough. What matters is taking action in the right direction. Napoleon Hill emphasized this again and again. Success doesn't come from random hard work, it comes from purposeful, well-planned, and consistent action. People with a poverty mindset tend to act based on emotions. They chase opportunities impulsively, quit when things get tough, and blindly copy others they see succeeding. Meanwhile, what do people with a wealth mindset do? They have a plan. They make intentional choices. They know when to move forward, when to step back, and most importantly, why they're doing it. Strategy doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes all you need is clarity on these 3 things. What's your ultimate goal? What specific actions will move you closer to it? What distractions must you eliminate to stay focused? Remember, failure often isn't due to a lack of effort, it's due to effort in the wrong place. If you're working hard but still not seeing financial progress, chances are you're missing a roadmap. And without a map, you'll just keep spinning in circles, lost in a maze of busyness until you burn out. In the next section, we'll expose a silent yet dangerous enemy that has kept countless people stuck at the same financial level for years: the procrastination mindset. Don't miss it. Cause number 4, lack of mindset control. Did you know that everything you do, every decision you make, whether it's buying a cup of coffee or walking away from a life-changing opportunity, all stems from one invisible force: your mindset? And this is one of the deepest reasons why so many people stay poor. They don't control their own thinking. You might have a big idea, a detailed plan, even burning ambition. But if you allow negative thoughts to take over, you're silently sabotaging yourself from the inside without even realizing it. Napoleon Hill called this the silent enemy, limiting beliefs and toxic self-talk like, I'm not good enough. I can't do this. I've tried before and nothing changed. These aren't truths, they're mental habits deeply rooted in your mind. People with a wealth mindset don't let their thoughts drift aimlessly. They control them like a rider guiding a horse. They choose which thoughts to nurture, and they courageously eliminate the toxic ones, even if they've lived with them for decades. Mindset is the foundation of action, and action is what creates results. So if you want to change your financial outcome, you must start at the root, your thinking. Ask yourself honestly, throughout the day, what do you say to yourself? What are you feeding your mind? Fear, doubt, or belief, potential, and opportunity? Believe me, if you don't control your mindset, sooner or later, your mindset will control you. And more often than not, it won't lead you where you want to go. Coming up next, we'll dive into a crucial missing piece, the place where mindset, planning, and action come together, your belief system, and action alignment. Stay tuned. If you've followed along this far, you've probably realized Napoleon Hill wasn't just writing about how to get rich. He was writing about how to master your own destiny. What he laid out in Think and Grow Rich isn't a collection of money-making hacks, it's an entire philosophy of life, a blueprint for the mind that empowers you to create wealth, freedom, and true value. Hill made one thing very clear. Wealth begins in the mind. Every dollar you'll ever earn in the future is the result of what you think, what you believe, and how you act today. It doesn't come from luck. It doesn't come from random opportunity. It comes from your ability to reprogram yourself. By setting a clear desire, maintaining unwavering faith, repeating empowering thoughts through auto-suggestion, acquiring selective knowledge, and combining imagination with organized action. More importantly, Napoleon Hill helps you understand this profound truth. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are the creator of your circumstances. If you feel poor, powerless, or stuck, that is not your nature. It is simply a mental state. And that state can be changed through your awareness and your choices. He never promised you would become rich overnight. But he did promise this. If you commit to the 13 principles, if you apply his philosophy with intention, if you turn knowledge into action, you will no longer live in passive resignation. You will live with the unshakable belief that your dream is possible. And you can make it real, not through magic, but through a mindset that is wealth-oriented, resilient, and sharply focused. If you've stayed with me until now, this is no longer just curiosity. It's a sign that you truly desire change. You've listened, you've understood, you've reflected. But remember, knowing is not the same as doing. And doing something once is not the same as doing it consistently. The wealth mindset, according to Napoleon Hill, is not some success hack to memorize. It's a mental operating system, one that must be installed, trained, and maintained every single day. You don't need to wait until you have enough money, enough time, or enough luck. You just need to start from who you are today with a burning desire, a clear commitment, and unshakable persistence. Let's look back at the reasons why so many of us stay trapped in the cycle of poverty, from fear, lack of direction, aimless action, to chaotic thinking. Every single one of these can be overcome once you choose to rebuild your mindset based on a formula proven by millions. Napoleon Hill left us the map. The path is already there. The only question that remains is, will you take the first step? If your answer is yes, then this is your moment to begin, not with giant leaps, but with small, intentional steps each day for the next 30 days. And I'll be here with you every step of the way. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and together we'll transform your mindset, your actions, and your results. Step by step, day by day, until you become the most successful version of yourself.